It has been so long since I last did a YouTube. I feel like it's been so long. The last one I did was when we were getting ready for our third cross-country road trip and getting the RV all ready, and now we have been in Florida since October and it is now December. I wanted to sit down and just kind of share what has been going on, why I stepped back a little, what I've been dealing with, and what got me into running, so let's jump into it. I really didn't plan on stepping back from my YouTube as much as I did, but I started to feel super overwhelmed with, I guess, this pressure I was putting on myself with content I was creating and what I wanted to be putting up, and I found myself honestly in such a spot that I was being so hard on myself. I ended up stepping back from YouTube just to give myself a little time to recoup, figure out what I wanted to do, and now we're back and I'm feeling great. But I just wanted to share that because I feel like there's so much pressure on having everything figured out and everything always being good and perfect, and I am such a person that wants to be positive and upbeat, but I definitely was down for a little, and instead of putting more pressure on myself, I decided to step back and kind of figure out what changes needed to be made to be able to show up better for myself and be able to do what I loved and actually love it. So that's how I ended up getting into running, which, if you know me, and I've been sharing on my TikTok and my Instagram and even on shorts on here, is that I always said I hated running. Running was not my thing and I would never be a runner. And I decided that when I was having a really hard time and being super hard on myself, feeling a little burnt out and just not feeling like myself, I was sitting one day and I was like, okay, instead of sitting here and being negative and being hard on myself, what can I do to make a change? And I was like, what works already? I knew that working out helped me a lot, but getting to classes and always going to classes was just a little tricky. And I was like, what is something that I can do in the moment when I'm having a hard day or when I'm feeling down or when something's hard? And I was like, running. But then I was like, I don't like running. I hate running. And the reason I felt like I hated running so much, I think, was because I always, when I did run was in high school when you had to run a certain amount of time, or, there was different pressures on it. And any other time that I tried to run, I would run once and then never run again. So I never really built up to enjoying it. So I started my challenge running until I enjoy it. And I am currently, I think, on run number 13. And I'm honestly starting to love it and enjoy it so much. It's been such a fun thing to do and such a fun experience, even though it's been hard. But a few things that I will say. The reason that I originally didn't want to run was because I thought I'd look weird. I thought people would judge me. I was nervous I wouldn't be able to run far. And then I was scared if I was sharing it on social media and I wouldn't run far, what people were going to say in the comments. But honestly, the people that have commented have been so nice. I decided when I started running that I wasn't going to put pressure on myself to run super far or overdo it. So I started with 1 mile, worked up to 2 miles, and we'll randomly do 3.5, 4 miles with walking. And I'm definitely running slow. But it's been such a fun challenge, and I feel like I found such an amazing community already of people that are wanting to get into running and beginner runners that want to support and motivate each other, and I've been having such fun conversations in my DMs and even on shorts in the comments, and I just kind of wanted to jump on today and kind of share what motivated me to run, but also what I was afraid of, because I've talked to so many people that don't know where to start and don't know what to do, and I am not a pro runner. I'm only on run number 13, but I just wanted to share my experience because I was so nervous and I knew I wouldn't be able to run far, and there was just so many things that I felt like were excuses to me to hold myself back that didn't allow me to try it originally. And when I finally pushed myself, I found that I really am starting to enjoy it. One of my favorite things so far about running is I deal with a lot of anxiety, which I shared, but how much running helps my anxiety. There was a day I was dealing with so much anxiety and I was like, I'm gonna go for a run right now. So I decided to go for a run. I was like I am just getting ready to go on my run. I was feeling super anxious, so I wanted to get out and go on a run. This is run number 7 of my series, Running Until I Enjoy It. Oh my gosh, I was feeling the worst. I don't know, my anxiety, I just like know when it's coming on. I always feel it right here. And when I first started running, I was like, oh my god, this is so hard. I'm feeling so overwhelmed. And literally like 10 minutes into my run, my anxiety started to go away. I was in such a good mood. I just finished a mile, and honestly, I think being anxious helped me run and not stop as much, but I'm just taking a quick break and then I'm gonna start running again. And by the end of my run, I was feeling like a new person. So I was like, okay, this is something that helps my anxiety. But something I feel like I really noticed today was going into it with so much anxiety. It actually helped my anxiety so much. I'm already feeling so much better. I'm gonna push myself when I'm having hard days to go out and to go run. Another thing that I thought was really cool is I go to therapy, and in therapy I was telling her I've been having a really hard time. I've been putting a lot of pressure on myself. I've been like comparing my worth to my work, and I didn't like that. I know that's not me. And I told her that I was implementing running to help myself with that, and that was like a month ago. And she had said that is such a good way for me to find something to challenge myself to work on getting out of this cycle that I was in. And now a month later, I literally feel so different, and I can't explain how exciting it is that I found something that works for me. And yeah, there's a lot of layers to it. It's not just running helps my anxiety or helps me when I'm in a funk. There are days I have off days, but it's so great to have a tool that does help me and that makes me feel better when I am having those off days. And I feel like I found, like with work and feeling burnt out and all of that, I feel like I've been able to find a better balance. I feel like I have such a hard time talking about this and making it make sense, but I do want to be like open about it and share that, you know, even though I have such an amazing job, I have such an amazing opportunity, there's so much to be grateful for. There are days that I have hard days, and I feel like I came so far in the last few months of putting this pressure on myself and continuing to feel like I had to be perfect in certain ways to a completely different version of me. I'm taking that pressure off myself and being able to find joy in it more and being able to show up more in a happier way than feeling so burnt out, and it feels so good. So I feel like I was just rambling on, but I just kind of wanted to share some thoughts that have been on my mind, because I know not every day is going to be the best day and you're gonna have hard days, but I want to share that everybody has hard days. And I feel like when you're sharing your life on social media and you're looking at somebody's life, it can look so perfect, but there's so much that goes on behind the scenes. I wanted to just sit down on my YouTube and also share what has been going on, why I kind of stepped back, what got me into running, just all of those things. And I did want to keep this short because I knew I would just ramble on and on. But if you decide you want to get into running and motivate each other and support each other, leave a comment below. I really want to start a little group online that we can help support each other and motivate each other, because it's been so fun to find a community that way. And if you're having a hard time with work, remember, step back. Whatever career you're in, step back and find those things that make you happy, that can help you show up better for your job and for yourself, and to wake up every morning and be excited. Because I learned, because I feel like I really am, like I really try to be so positive and so happy, and waking up during that time I was struggling and feeling so motivated and feeling so down was so hard, and being able to find tools that have helped me has been so amazing, because I feel so much better in everyday life and being able to enjoy the time I have off and even the time I'm working, all that. So if you ever need someone to talk to, I'm here, and I just wanted to jump on and share a little bit about what's been going on. Oh, another thing is we are in Florida. This is a big part. I just forgot to say this at the beginning. We are in Florida because Evan's trials for the Olympics are coming up in January.
Only thing that's on my mind is who's gonna run this town tonight. Yeah, I say that we are. This is Rock Nation. Pledge your allegiance.
And I am so excited and also nervous just because I feel like I get so nervous about things like that at any event I go to. For him, it's just so exciting and nerve-wracking and so I feel like I'm excited that I have running, and I am excited to be back to YouTube. So let's end 2023 on a good note, and I'm so excited for 2024.